right? You picked viable characters, you got a great team, and you're a good player, so this is going to be really great, but you're also like, it was really fun to see those little bodies, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I really feel that there's only 3 Hagar players, really Hagar players left in the world, and it's Paradigm, it's VIII, you know, Ramasama, and it's Cape Blue River, so.
Yeah.
And now there were 2.
The nature of these things as the game progresses, you start to lose some character specialists, and some other character specialists start to shine. But I mean, at one point the Cap Armor will lose me, and I'll convert over to the Buster.
You really think so?
I mean, I'm learning the character now. Just as the nature of things.
Well,
but,
it feels like Midwest is regressing towards 0 in general. You've also got Kinder Parties moving over to it. You know, I'm just waiting for the Nova Army in Chicago to start converting, because that's the one thing. We're like the last holdout for that.
I don't think they're going to give it up as long as there's 1 touches. I think they're going to stay.
We're getting a crowd for this match. They're really excited to see it.
We're following around. This is our first Midwest versus, well, I guess SackTap versus Chris Lent was a Midwest versus West Coast, but
yep.
SackTap, not quite the name Paradigm is. After Paradigm's various performances at Wednesday Night Fights, some of the performances at the various California regionals, and LPZ, one of those guys who kind of picks up the slack in Detroit as far as Marvel goes. Obviously, JDM was the big name for them for a while, and then he started kind of falling out with the game. LPZ is stuck with it when he's not playing DFC.
Well, and I really like that LPZ plays Beautiful Joe. You know, I would not put Beautiful Joe in the upper.
Sorry, folks, the match is underway, but we do not have this.
Oh, there we go. I mean, I would not put Beautiful Joe in the upper echelon of point characters, but he's got such amazing zoning that nobody seems to take advantage of. But we are seeing Hagar from Paradigm. This is great.
Pick up there from LPZ. Thing about Morgan, though, it's more about meter than damage for her in some of those instances, those early hits.
Right, and Paradigm just did the exact opposite of what you want to do in this situation, is not give her meter. He just ran right into about 6 Soul Fists, and Morgan's about to run on a meter, but she's so close to her next bar, and Hagar's bleeding so badly that as long as he keeps doing this, Paradigm's in a really bad spot here. So Rocket Raccoon on point, which while Rocket Raccoon is small and the teleports can mess with the inputs, Rocket Raccoon does not have the durability to fight Morgan. He has to go in, and that's what Paradigm's doing.
Ooh, nice. A little jump light there. There's the thing, and he can punish this. Oh, he was already setting a trap? I imagine he wanted something a little bit stronger there.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of log traps from Paradigm, and the problem is that log trap and soul fist are both 5 durability, so there's no way log trap's going to compete with all the soul fists on the screen. And now we're back to boomerangs, which are also 5 durability.
He now has Morgan in the back. And in some instances, I almost kind of prefer this variation for his team, just because she can build so much for herself.
Yeah. The problem that Paradigm's really running into is that his best way to fight the projectiles is the Arthur assist, because since it's powered up, it has 15 durability, 5 daggers, 5 on each dagger, which really is great, but it's so low to the ground that LPZ's just not letting him play at that block. He's just keeping out of the way and jumping up and throwing boomerangs above him, and Paradigm just can't get in.
All right. So LPZ there, as an interesting decision there, he went to the slow on Hagar. I believe he could have got the kill. They went for the status infliction, and Paradigm tagged him out. So this is a very dangerous situation for Paradigm if Rocket or Arthur can't get started. Gets the damage on? No. Arthur gets out. Raccoon leading heavily. Paradigm's got to make something happen or else he's got to lose him. And time is quickly becoming a factor.
Yeah, Paradigm's getting one of 2 problems. Either he can't capitalize on the Arthur assist, or he can't protect the Arthur assist. And either way, he's not getting to use it. Both of them pop X Factor because the time's going to end before either of them expire. And now he puts in Hagar, who's going to get no work done. And LPZ's going to win this by time over.
Yeah. You know, I'd actually like the decision from Paradigm to get Arthur out because he had more health than anybody else. Yep. Trying to save the red life so he could be prepared if it came to a timeout situation.
I think what Paradigm really needs to do here in Game 4 is you have to acknowledge that like none of your matchups in here are going to be what you want. There's no character against Joe, and there's no character against Morgan that you really want to pair up, even with the assist in the background. You probably want Arthur in the back, but he just has to find one, I think, and he just has to commit. All this rotating it did him nothing. It made it worse for him.
Right, so Paradigm now switching to another more conventional team. Won't be able to get the pick up here, but this is a very dangerous situation for LPZ.
I actually really like the decision to switch over to Black Hole because even though it's not as versatile as Daggers, Dormammu's a better character to fight this team, and it covers one space. So if he can get into a spot where he can use the Black Hole, he's going to get value out of it. Got another slow there by LPZ.
Down backs gets red. And with a slow... Oh no, he misses charge there. Red again. Brow starting to get into it.
Actually, a really interesting thing I learned about the the charge boomerangs from Ramasama. I think it was UFT9 who was talking about it. Because actually one of the better ways to fight them is to take the hit, because the hit stun on them is actually really low, whereas the block stun is a lot larger. So even though you're taking about 100k damage, like you can't take it forever, but if you need that to just get in and start getting started, it's usually going to end up being better for you than to just keep blocking them, because that's exactly what Joe wants you to do.
All right, now if you're Paradigm, this is not bad. He is started, however. Trying to clear the space, gets it, and the confirm. Nimbly misses the missile. See if he chooses to X here. No.
Wow.
Now
I'm a little surprised by that decision.
He chooses not to tag.
And it worked out for him.
Morgan or Joe in, or Joe or Doom in, loses Morgan. Drops up here, and now you just get the quintessential hard matchup, right? Dormammu versus Doom, especially Dormammu with missiles versus Doom.
And Hagar, so even when he gets in, he's still hilarious.
Run choose now to go hard. Paradigm able to get that. Sussed out the X Factor. Got back out. Excellent.
Nice
grab
there by Paradigm. He knew exactly. He read that like a book. He said, I know exactly when you're coming in.
I'm still number one.
All right. So now evened up.
Yep, we're back to 1-1, and we're going back to character select.
I wonder if we... I don't know. We'll wonder what's going to happen here from LPZ. He's getting some instruction now from Koble. You see Dual Kevin there, slightly to LPZ's right. Consulting perhaps an assist change.
I mean, I still think matchup-wise, LPZ has the advantage here. I think Dormammu is a huge boost for Paradigm, but I don't think it suddenly makes us that Hagar can reliably get in on either of these zoners. The missiles are going to help too, of course, but again, it's just about knowing where they are, and LPZ needs to take more advantage of that, because even though he has the advantage zone, he has to now respect Paradigm's options, and he's not, and it's cost him.
Oh no, level 3. Since takes it, I like that decision to sit and let the ball get off the screen without getting mixed up. Start attacking a Hagar. Morgan's going to get in clean. Wow, but I think the meteors actually cleared out the durability from the super.
No, the super's high durability, so it shouldn't have neutralized. I wonder if he got hit by the missiles beforehand? No, because he DHC'd. I'm actually not sure what happened there.
All right, now you see LPZ made the switch over to Plasma Beam. And what it's going to enable him to do now with Dormammu clearly wants to set up against Morgan, right? And a lot of that sometimes comes from missiles. With the Plasma Beam, if you're LPZ, you just wait until it's obvious that he's setting up. Plasma Beam comes out, and Dormammu doesn't get to set up.
I don't know if it was intentional or not by LPZ, but he really made a nice call by going in right when the charges were done, and it paid off for him. Ooh, can't get the hit confirmed because of the missiles, but Paradigm's still in this.
Ooh. Already had a dash in the air. He might not be able to get to a ground to save her.
Nice job air dashing between the pillars on that. And nice raw attack on Beautiful Joe, too.
Nice catch there. Power Ranger combo. Can he take it all the way down? Oh. Here comes Hagar. She's going to get caught. No.
And now he needs to burn it to protect her. Now he needs to burn X Factor to not die. So that's going to change how quickly this match goes, I think.
Yeah, but it now becomes imperative for Paradigm to avoid all Soul Fists. You managed to do. Excellent job there.
Still needs another charge. I think it needs, oh, it needs one more, so tags.
Time again a factor here. So Paradigm with the X Factor. More comfortable with this. Ow! Staying hitting anti-air Morgan.
I don't know about you, I never try to anti-air shell kick. I don't want to mess with that normal.
Certainly, if I'm Hagar, I would have picked an armor normal, I would guess, right? But Paradigm.
But shell kick's multi-hit too, so I wouldn't trust it.
Regardless, Paradigm now in a strong situation. He'll be able to get the flame carpet here. Yeah, and honestly, even if LPZ survives the mix-up.
He's got a huge life lead, a character lead. He's a little bit behind on meter, but it doesn't matter. He still has X Factor, which he probably should pop right now because he's got 7 seconds. No, he's just going to keep putting the ball.
Yeah, there it is.
Game over.
Difficult game there for LPZ. He wasn't out of it, but there were a couple of raw tags that Paradigm was able to sneak in there to really switch the situation when he was losing a battle, switch the assist, switch the matchup, and LPZ wasn't able to adjust as quickly as Paradigm was.
Yeah, and I mean, like I was saying, I felt he should have committed earlier when he was playing his original team because he really wasn't having much success with the switching. But in this case, because he put so much more neutral in missiles and then a particular spot in neutral with Black Hole, he really is able to do that. He's winning the neutral now, despite, I would say, LPZ still having the stronger neutral team.
They actually push block him into the missiles, but he was still invincible. So it's honestly passed by.
It's invincible for like 40 frames. It's forever. We're off to a pretty good start here by LPZ, and he's using his missiles a lot better, but he is out of meter right now, so Paradigm trying to capitalize, but he hasn't gotten in yet. Oh!
In the situation here. So that's not half bad if you're LPZ, because now you can call an assist if you choose. You did not. Now again, Paradigm doing such a great job of trying to track him down. Dormammu, they're gonna come from the back, clear it out. Put the ball in there.
The ball has like 60 frames of recovery, so it takes forever.
Happy birthday, no missile to back him up. Dr. Doom goes down, Morgan goes down, Paradigm one mix up away from taking this.
Calls the beautiful Joe.
Whoa. Confirms. There's the bar.
And LPZ does not look happy with his play. So 3-1 Paradigm. Really nice character shift there. And LPZ just never really seemed to adapt after that.